Hi guys, welcome to Living Our Simple Lives. You guys that have been with me for a while, welcome back. It has been a while since I've been on here. So what I'm doing is I am a little late to start my seeds because I just am, right? So I'm going to start some seeds today and I thought I'd just bring you along. I just got this pack this past weekend. Okay, I think that's all of them. It's not very many seeds. This is the Super Sweet 100 hybrid. So this is 30 milligrams, and this is what we get for 30 milligrams. Just a few seeds. But if these all germinate, it's going to be more plants than I want. So I think I'm just going to put, I think I'm just going to do 4 because I only want 1 plant. And if I get 4, then I can maybe plant a second one. I can also just gift them. So what I'm going to do, I have a little baggie here. I have a paper towel here. I have my Sharpie. So Super Sweet. $100. So I think I said 4, but this is 2 right here, so that's 5. It'll be fine. And I'm gonna just wet my paper towel, squeeze it out. And I've got a towel laid down because I knew I was gonna have water and make mess and such. So I could just sprinkle these on here if I was doing a whole bunch, but because I'm not doing a whole bunch, I'm just gonna kind of just lay them here. Like that. And then if you guys want to watch, like, like the germination rate and all that, feel free to come back, so you can watch. All right, so that's moist. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put them in here. So that's the Super Sweet. I'm going to just lay that up there. When I get done with all the ones, I'm going to go ahead and put them on a heating pad. You don't absolutely have to. Another thing I was saying, because, I feel like I'm behind, but that's because I normally start them like 6 weeks ago, and here I am. But I do have a 200-day, approximately 200-day growing season, and these are 70 days to harvest, which is the ones we just did. And the next ones I'm doing are 60 days to harvest. So I feel like I have plenty of time. The germination on this one is 5 to 10 days, and on the first one we did is 7 to 10 days. So I have planted this one directly in the garden in the past, and it's done fine. But I feel like I want, of course it takes it a little bit longer. So I'm going to do, again, I think I'm going to do those because my hands are still a little moist. So I'm not going to put them back in the package. And so these are gobstoppers. But I have a whole bunch of seeds here that I'm going to start. And I just thought I'd bring you along because I've not done a video in a long time. I think I'm going to wet my paper towel and then just put them on the paper towel so I'm not having to pick them up from there and put them over here. And so once these germinate, they will get put into some soil. And I'm not going to put the dates on it just because I'm going to try to start them all today. So I'll just log it in the calendar as opposed to putting it on each bag. And I'm just going to set these off to the side. Okay, so this is kind of like the Sweet 100. This is hybrid, this is heirloom, so I mean there's a little bit different. So I'm gonna put hybrid on this one just so that I know, and this is just sweetie tomato as opposed to super sweet. But it won't hurt for my notes. And so I'm thinking that it will be fine, that these will be fine, and that I may have plenty of time, but I've really been debating because you know, I'm behind schedule, and who wants to be behind schedule, right? Sometimes I just put the water in the baggie, and of course the paper towel would just like soak it up. But I decided to do it this way. And now as I'm doing this, I'm like, Jackie, you're being a little stingy. 4 seeds, like you're really risking it. Like if you're taking the time to do this, why not just go ahead and put more on there? Well, like I said, I only want one of each. And so if I get one, you know, that's all I want. And if I get more, then great. But I also don't want to waste seeds, you know. So if I was doing these in soil, I would just be putting 2 per pot, right? And well, how did that seed get in? Did it just come out? Yeah, it did. That 4 in there. You know, so if I was doing it in a pot, I would only have 2 per, and then, you know, in hopes that I got 1. Right, so we're moving right along. Oh, Molly's ground cherry tomatoes. These tomatoes are so good. And they just grow in a big bush looking. And so it's only 65 days to maturity. But again, like most tomatoes and peppers, they want you to start them 6 to 8 weeks inside before the last frost. Well, yeah, and plant spacing 18 to 36 inches. But we didn't do that. So here we are, right? So we're doing it this way. These are so good. They're like eating candy. Drying off my hands because I don't want to wet my seeds. These seeds are so tiny. So there's 5. Yeah, I'm gonna leave 5, but these, if they come up, they are so good. So I know like anyone would be happy to have these, and I would be happy to gift them. So I was trying to get 6, but I wound up with 5, but that'll be fine. I'm not going for pretty. I'm just trying to get these done because I meant to do this, even though I didn't get them started in pots. I meant to start this, I think it was like 2 weeks ago. Maybe a little bit longer. You know, things come up and you just don't get around to it. So I was like, I need to try to do these like now. So that's why that's why you just see me just doing them. I like the black cherry. You know, like these, they grow relatively quickly, so I could start them outside. You know what I should have? I should have like a little syringe where I can just like pick up the water and then just dump it on the paper towel so I don't have to keep drying my hand. But yeah, so what was I saying? But at least starting them here gives them a little bit, whether it be, you know, 1, 2 extra weeks. So at least it gets them, you know, germinated maybe. But I mean, I could just put them outside as well, right? But this will give them a little head start. And so this is going by so quick, you know, it just makes me wonder, like, why did I keep putting it off, you know? And we've been on here for a few minutes and I've already got almost all of these done. I got this one left. And so if I wasn't videotaping, it would take even less time, right? So yeah, but you know, sometimes in life, that's how it is. You know, we just keep putting things off, making it out to be more than what it needs to be. So there's just a few more seeds in there. And because I am late, I don't want to do the big tomatoes because the bigger tomatoes, like the slicing tomatoes, I may look on there and see. I don't think I even brought any of those seeds with me because their growing time is longer. And we like these tomatoes. You know, they're great for salads. So that's why I picked all the smaller ones. I can see if I have a slice. If we do a slicing tomato, it'd probably be like I do one, it'd probably just be like one. But I think we just want to do the small ones. So that was 6 tomatoes that we just did that quickly. The red pear, the black cherry, the ground cherry tomatoes, the sweetie tomato, the gobstopper, and the super sweet 100. That quickly. And so the eggplants is 75 days. I don't know that I have enough time for this. But we're going to try it. I'm just going to try it. I could be leaving the whole paper towel in there for it to have more moisture, but I'm thinking it's going to be fine. It's going to be on the heating pad, you know, and so I think it'll be fine. And if I notice, you know, for 7 to 10 days, and on the heating pad, it may not even take that long. And if I notice that they're drying out, I will just put a little bit more water in there. I guess I should have opened this one too before drying my hands. Alright, so this is the Rosita. I'm just going to do 3. Because I wasn't even really planning on doing. That's what the Rosita looks like. Days to germinate, 7 to 14, so 1 to 2 weeks, and days to maturity, 75. So Rosita. And I'm going to go ahead and put eggplant on here. And then we have the Burpee's Black Beauty. These are the regular eggplants that you see at the grocery store. There was another one that we grow, and I like it, but I'm out of seeds, so I just put 4 in there on that one. Separate these a little. And I normally grow them in the soil. So I have started seeds like this before, and they've germinated, but then when I transplant them, you know, put them in soil, they don't do good. And so I haven't been doing this, but a friend said just as soon as they start coming out of the seed, you know, go ahead and put them in soil. So I normally wait till, like, you know, they're like 1-2 inches long, and apparently that's the wrong thing to do, which is maybe why I haven't had great success with the transplanting. But I figure this way I don't waste containers and space, you know, I just do whatever I plant into the soil will be what's already come up. So, and then we have peppers here. So I think on the peppers as well, I've picked out like the 60 to 75 days. So like these are 65 to 70. We'll just go ahead and start. Now these seeds right here, I got from the Dollar Tree. So they're 4 for $1.25. And I normally don't plant these. I normally get my seeds from Baker Creek or M.I. Gardner. But we love peppers around here, so that's why you see all of these. And I am going to try to, this cayenne purple takes 75 to 85 days, so it's the longest one. Everything else is below that, which is basically 75. Oh, this one's 95 to 100, so that's the longest. So the habanero we might not get any. So yeah, so the majority of them are, that one is 65 to 70. That's the Hungarian yellow wax. The chocolate beauty bell is 70 days. And then the rest of them are 75. And these last couple right here, maybe a little bit longer. And then this one, for whatever reason, the Serrano says 73. So I'm going to go ahead and just put them in order of days. Not that it matters, because I will not keep any order. And then the 5-color Chinese. I've not been able to get these to grow from seed, but I keep planting them every year. So I have bought the 5-color Chinese at the store and grown them, you know, and they're pretty good. But with these, I have not had success in, like, I don't know, quite a few years. So I'm going to put more than the 4 or 5 we've been doing, so that maybe we'll get one. And if we get more, that's fine. And you might say, well, why are you wasting your time doing this when you're just going to have to put them in soil? Well, I'll get to save a little bit of the soil work, you know, as opposed to waiting for it to germinate, you know, however long, and the space it takes and all that, when I can just clearly see it on here and then just put whichever ones did germinate, you know, put them in the soil, because then I know they'll just need good soil, some fertilizer, and they will be good to grow, right? They'll be good to go, as opposed to taking up the room that I do a lot of times, you know, because if I'm only doing like two seeds per, you know, per little pot that I do them in, well, that adds up. Those pots take up space. So doing it this way, it's really not taking up space, because I can just put them all on top of the heating pad all together, and it doesn't really matter. And I'm doing it all with you. I guess I could have had them, my bags and all that labeled, but all right, Hungarian yellow wax. Oops. I don't think I'm doing any other kind of wax one, so I don't think I needed to put all that in there. But the chocolate beauty bell, these are so pretty. This 70 days though, these last year took so long to grow. And I think we only wind up enjoying like not very many. They just didn't produce very much. You know, we're used to growing hot peppers and they're normally pretty good producers, you know, and this just wasn't. As you see, we really like our peppers. These are getting a little bit more seeds in there because we like them. I'm just going to put chocolate pepper. And then this one will be, this says Serrano. I really should have labeled them, like which ones are for the Dollar Trees, because I don't know. Like, I don't use their seeds, so I don't know, like, their germination or anything like that. Like, if they do good, you know. So I might have to do that off camera with you guys. And I'm just going to put these, sprinkle them on there because, I mean, for $1.25, and I still have all that in there. So this one, because what the Hungarian was a Dollar Tree one as well, right? So I'm going to put just .dt right there, just so that I know it's Dollar Tree. And this, what did I say it was? Serrano. Serrano. I don't know if I had any more Dollar Trees, but like I said, I'll look those up when I'm not on here with you guys and then just label them just so that I can know, you know? Because even though it's only $1.25, if they don't germinate and they're not good, then I don't have to spend $1.25. I can just save it and get my seeds where I normally get them. I wasn't going to buy seeds this year. That's why you see these Dollar Tree ones, because I was at the Dollar Tree and they had the seeds out, and because I wasn't ordering any seeds this year, just I told myself, right? I was like, okay, well, let's get some of these. And I did. I got peppers. I got squash, I think. I don't know. I don't remember what I got. But I got quite a few seeds from there, not knowing if they work. But I imagine they sell them, right? So they got to work to some degree. And I'm not sealing that completely up. I'm just doing a little bit just so that nothing spills out in case. Alright, so we have, so even though I did habanero, yeah, so there was another one because it was the habanero Dollar Tree one, but I have habanero coming up as well. Oh, let's cut some more of these. And you can do the whole paper towel because it'll fit in one of these bags. I'm just choosing not to. I just rather do the halves. Especially because I'm not letting you get very big, you know. So far we did 6 tomatoes, 2 cucumbers. I mean, not 2 cucumbers, sorry. 2 eggplants. And then, I don't know how many peppers. And we are now just coming up on 30 minutes. So that's a lot for that little bit of time. I was doing these in soil. It would take me a lot longer because, you know, I got to get my soil together. You know, all the things that you have to do. So, but yeah, we'll just see. We'll see how good these do. And then I'll bring you along when I wonder if I have more help. jalapenos. Let's see. Okay. Those are more habaneros back there, so I think I'm just gonna. And I normally do these, my habanero or my jalapenos in grow bags. So that's what, 2, 4, 6. So if all of them, and I do like 2 per bag. So I definitely have the room for that. If they all came up, that would only be 3 bags. 3 grow bags that I would need. I think we might have already done habanero, or no, there's another Dollar Tree habanero coming up. These plants right here, these seeds, they have been very good producers for me. And so I'm gonna do 3. I don't need, I just need the 1, and I'm just gonna leave 2 in there because they normally germinate and they do fine, or they have so far. So that gives me 2 more seeds for next year. You know what? I just changed my mind. I'm gonna put this one to the side because I need to know that I will need to order some of those. Actually, I can save seeds, so I may not have to, but that'll go with the ones that I need to order. And I'm just going to put MI here. Not that I need to, guys, I just make notes. And then Pacillo. Now these peppers right here, I've tried and tried and tried. They germinate and they do nothing. Like, I haven't gotten them to do anything. These are also hot peppers. The majority of these are hot peppers. That chocolate one wasn't. So I'm gonna just put all these seeds in here. Well, there's only, what, 3? Just because there's no sense in me keeping them. I'll keep y'all updated though. They do better, but this is, I think, the 5th year I'm gonna try those. And I don't think, if they came up once, it wasn't very much. Like, I might have gotten a pepper or something like that if they came up, but I just don't think. I had a really hard time germinating them, and when they did germinate, the plant just didn't make it. As I'm doing this, I'm like, this video's a little long because I'm at 35 minutes right now. But I'm doing the whole thing with you guys. And I figured because I hadn't posted in a while, get to spend some time with you guys. Let me see what I'm up to and that kind of stuff. You can always speed it up a little bit. Alright, so let's see. So I only have a few more, and then I'm not going to do the rest with you guys. I'm just going to finish these peppers. And then we'll be done. And once I get them on the mat, I'll go ahead and just, on the heating mat, I will just take a picture of that and insert it into this video. Because I don't really do much. I'll turn that heating mat on and then I'll check on them. Because I know with the heat they do grow. They do come out a little bit quicker. So I'll check on them in a few days. And then if I have to, when I have to move them over, I'll go ahead and bring y'all along, do that and share that with you guys. Okay. Lost my paper towel. Alright, let's start with this one down here. This is the Ancho Grande 75 days. That's what that one looks like. It kind of looks like a poblano to me. I think we did a poblano earlier. And I don't know all the flavors on them. Let me start with this one down here. And you see me make so many peppers because we eat them fresh. We cook them, we stuff them. But we also preserve pepper and we make our own like pepper powder and stuff like that. So we use them. So that's why we do so many of them. I'm going to label this because I've got a few out here and that's just waiting for an accident to happen. Yeah, and then we'll dehydrate them or freeze dry them or whatever, and then we'll powder them and then we make our own. We might powder them and leave them individually, but we also do like a mixture and get good tasting pepper powder, pepper flakes, whatever we're in the mood for. That's what we do. These produce like crazy. These are the Cayenne Long Slim and the Cayenne Purple. I think I'll probably have some of these reseed themselves from last year's, just because so many came up and fell off and were out there. I mean, I know I get tomato plants tomato volunteers every year. I don't know why I'm writing pepper, like I know that that's pepper, right? And actually, I just labeled this shishito. I'm pretty sure that shishito, let me look at it real quick and I can relabel it. Because I'm pretty sure the shishito could go out now. Yeah, because the shishito days to Germany, well, it says 75 to 85 degrees to Germany, and it's not. I'm going to go ahead and start it inside, but I think these could have gone outside. These little guys produce, and to me, they don't taste like anything. These are labeled as hot, but from what I've read, it's like, I think like 1 out of 10 is hot. So not, 1 out of 10 for me, that's not hot. If I have a hot pepper, I want a hot pepper every time, not 1 out of 10, right? So, but they're really good producers, and they produce early as well. Like these little guys right here will probably come out sooner than all the other ones, even though their days to Germany is 10 to 21. I don't know, what are these? 7, yeah, so like this one is 7 to 10 days. these guys right here, they're quick. It might take them a little bit longer to germinate if it takes them that long, but they will start producing relatively quickly. Guys, we've been on here for 40 minutes. If you're still here with me, I appreciate you. Thank you very much. Make sure you hit the like button and hit that subscribe so you can follow us along. Thank you very much. Alright, so, okay, so it's not going to be quite an hour, which is good because I was not going for this long, but I have these 3 left, and we're going to go ahead and plant them. Y'all know what I'm talking about, right? We're going to get them in these paper towels. And so this one is the habanero, but this is the Dollar Tree habanero. So, of course, I'm trying it, right? And I'm going to label it as such, and that way I know. And then I'll just compare with the other. And I don't know, I probably already did one of these in the beginning. But that way I'll know like what I'm going to just sprinkle these all on here. That one could have used a bigger paper towel. But they'll be fine. They'd be fine, especially if I'm taking them out and, you know, just as soon as they come out of their little pods, they'll be fine. And you say you don't know if you have enough time, yet you're doing so many seeds. I know. I know. Because I like growing things. And we really like peppers. I was pretty sure I just saw the hair. Maybe I'm just seeing things. Maybe it could be the little folds in there. I don't know. I could have, okay. Anyway. Alright, let's do the cayenne long slim. Did I not do cayenne long slim a minute ago? I did, I just didn't put it up there, right? Yeah, so the shishito and the... Good thing I'm keeping them in order, right? And habanero. Well, why did I have an extra paper towel? And then the cayenne purple. These are 75 to 85 days, so these take the longest. I need to save some of these seeds, you know, so that I don't have to continue purchasing them. I do save some seeds, but I don't save all my seeds, you know. Cayenne purple. And I am going to make sure I plant these in different areas. The purple and just the long slim, because they look so much alike till they actually like turn the red or the purple. And that way I know. I mean, you could still see it at the end, but that way I know like when to harvest them. Alright guys, so that was all that we did. So we got cayenne purple, habanero from the Dollar Tree, cayenne long slim, shishito, ancho grande, jalapeno. You'd think I'd count this as I go, but I'm not. Habanero Caribbean orange from MI. Pasilla. Chocolate. Hungarian yellow. Serrano from the Dollar Tree. Oh, that Hungarian yellow was also from the Dollar Tree. The 5-color Chinese, I don't expect anything from those. The Rosita eggplant. The Black Beauty eggplant. The red pear tomato. The black cherry tomato. The ground cherry tomato. The sweetie tomato. The gobstopper. And the super sweet 100. So we did all this all in under an hour, guys, because you've been with me the whole time. So that's pretty good. Y'all want me to count them? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 12 peppers, 2 eggplants, 1, and I think it was 6 tomatoes, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tomatoes. Right? Did I say 12? 12 peppers, 2 eggplants, and 6 tomatoes. Not bad at all. So, alright guys, if you have enjoyed this, go ahead and please hit the thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button if you're not already subscribed. Follow us along so you can see the, how we garden this year and what we get going and what fails, what succeeds, just sharing our journey. Come along with us. I appreciate each one of you. I hope that you all have a wonderful and blessed day till I see you again. Bye guys. Bye. Thank you so much for spending your time with me. Alright guys, so what I have here is just a heating pad that I got for our cat a while back, right? And she does not like it at all. So this is just where I put my seeds. And this light is only on for you guys for the purpose of videoing. I'm gonna go ahead and cut the light off. I just spread them out. And like most of it said like 75 to 85 or something like that. This is the control. It's upside down, but the way it's plugged in, I can't turn it for y'all. But I'm gonna go ahead and set my time all the way where it says on, so that way it doesn't cut off unless I cut it off, right? And the temp, I'm gonna go ahead and leave it at 3. I don't remember what 3 is because it doesn't give you the numbers, but it looks like that's where I had it set before. But I'll give it some time to warm up and I'll come and check it in like 2 or 3 hours and see where it's at. And if I feel like it needs to be hotter, I'll go ahead and turn it up. Other than that, I'll leave it like that. And then I'll just come back in a few days and I will just check on them. Sometimes I try to like make them all even, so like the top ones get the same warmth as the one in the bottom, like just like like flip them around and such. But I'm not doing that this time. I'm just putting them like this and we'll see. Okay. All right guys, thank you very much. See y'all in a bit.